I'm Joe Ceci, running in Ward 9. I'm running because, well, first of all, this is a tremendous platform to try and achieve community development improvements throughout Ward 9 and ensure that the quality of life for Calgarians remains strong in Ward 9. I'm running because I think there's a lot left to do. Ward 9 has several challenges, particularly around remediation of environmental issues. There are many communities that abut industrial areas to Southeast Calgary, and I'm running to improve those. And I'm running because I think I have the skills and abilities to assist in problem solving. I think I have the skills and abilities to work with problems that are of a social in nature and ensure that we see social development in all parts of Ward 9 to address the root causes of some of the problems that are ongoing and flare up from time to time in Ward 9. I think some of the big issues in the city that kind of trickle into Ward 9 are around housing, affordability, and homelessness. So I'm running to try and make some inroads in all of that area, and I think we have made some inroads. There's been affordable housing developments planned and in development in the community of Ogden, community of Dover, in the Manchester area. There's these achievements of affordable housing being created for families, individuals, and people who need accessible housing. So that's a really big one in this city, and we need, as a group on council and the whole community, to really understand what needs to be done and work towards solutions. I think the Committee to End Homelessness in 10 Years will be coming forward with many recommendations that will need actioning, and I believe I'm the person to kind of move those forward in the city, but also for my ward. That's one big thing. Another big thing is generally community safety and crime prevention. I know I'm on 2 safety councils in the ward, and there's just been recent reports back from the contractor around those safety councils, and they've said, you know, there's a number of initiatives that citizens and community groups and governments can take to increase the safety, perception of safety people have in their community, as well as prevent crime for in the future. And I think I'm the person to say we should take a preventive approach. We should marry kind of root causes for crime in terms of supporting individuals, making sure that they have the wherewithal to positively engage with their communities at an earlier age, and that there are resources for young people to get involved with. So that whole kind of crime prevention, community safety is another one that I'm involved with. Affordable housing, as I said, and homelessness. And I did mention off the top environmental issues. There are big ones that have affected the communities of Milligan, Ogden, and currently affecting the community of Ramsey. And I want to continue to move forward the remediation plan in the Ogden area so that Linview Ridge can redevelop to be a really valuable green space in the future. Right now it's kind of vacant, and there's a plan of remediation that I've been championing, and the city and Imperial Oil have taken up and signed an agreement around. So we want to see over the next 3 years that plan be put in place to remediate the site, and then further to some active sort of reuse of the site, like either a park setting or a golf setting or something like that. I mentioned Ramsey. Many people concerned and often getting in touch with me around their experience with Lilydale chicken processing plant there. And I think it's time that Lilydale look at moving elsewhere, but we've got to make that move possible in a way that keeps the jobs in Calgary, but also improves the situation for people and their concerns around the environment in the Ramsey area. So that's a real goal of mine, to work with all orders of government, the community, and Lilydale themselves to make that happen in the hopefully not too distant future. Looking ahead, I would say those are some of the big initiatives that I'll be working on. Planning and development initiatives are always ongoing in Ward 9. Many are starting to see, particularly in the East End around 17th Avenue, the opportunities for real estate investment, rezoning, and luckily we've got a plan in place to review the current land zones in the area with a view to upzoning them adjacent to 17th Avenue, not unlike what was done on 16th Avenue in the north. So an urban corridor redevelopment plan is in the works on 17th Avenue, and that's going to need someone with some experience and knowledge to continue to drive that forward and ensure that residents and businesses get their voices heard and all of that. The other thing generally about planning throughout the ward is that, as I said, many are starting to see the potential of investing in, say, the Earlton area or the Bridges area or the Bridgeland area, and other areas that are residential right now, and Ramsey, of course, too, that are residential right now, older residential areas that people are coming in and buying up large properties and wanting to rezone. Another area, I guess, is arts and cultural spaces. There was a report that said east of the Deerfoot Trail there are no arts and cultural spaces. We need to make that a priority in terms of developing one so that people on the east side who are performers or who want to watch or be a part of arts and cultural experiences don't have to travel as far as they do now. So locating something like that in East Calgary would be really great. I know I'm talking a lot, but those are the things that come to mind. The other thing that comes to mind is, of course, the aging infrastructure in the established communities, ensuring that the established communities and the facilities there get invested in a timely fashion to keep them vital and the residents and people who use them kind of happy and feeling like they're not missing out because they're not in the far-flung areas where we're getting new leisure centers or whatever, but they're in the established communities and they've chosen to live down here, but they don't want to see their services deteriorate. They don't want to see their facilities deteriorate, and I won't let that happen. I'd like people to vote for me so that I can continue to work on their behalf. I believe I've been a solid voice on council for my constituents as well as social issues generally in Calgary. So I don't think we can have rapid growth without looking after the people who get left behind in that rapid growth. And I think I've been promoting that. We need downtown public toilets, for instance, and there are some on a temporary basis now in terms of porta potties that are helping people out. We need things like a sobering center so that we're not always dealing with the same inebriants on a regular basis, but they're getting the actual assistance instead of the kind of the regular cycle of revolving door they often experience. We need quality services for Calgarians, and those include things like recycling. Those include things like ensuring that the city facilities are as green as they possibly can be so that we reduce our environmental impact. So I guess I'm saying generally, the role that I hope to continue playing is a really varied one on many fronts at the same time. But I won't ever lose a perspective of working for the constituents of Ward 9. I won't ever lose a perspective that Ward 9 is part of a larger city and needs to be cooperative and work to solutions on the greater good that affect Ward 9 and help Ward 9 out too. And I won't ever lose the perspective that not all boats are being lifted by this rising economy in Calgary. Individuals are being left behind, and if we want to be truly a great city, we have to be a great city for everyone. I know I'm stealing that from the United Way, but that as we go onward into the future, we must not leave behind those who have the least in our society, or else we're not a great city. We're a city that still has a ways to go.